Well, hi there folks. Right, Atom RC Swordfish. The saga of my rather interesting stroke disastrous flights with it has continued after some test flights the other day. Here's a little preview. And she's up. I need more elevator. Get up. I want some height. Straight into the trees. I've got problems. In fact, my hands are shaking. I'm just going to bring it down. Whoa, was that a landing or was that a crash? Didn't go at all well. Or if you're a follower of my channel, you'll know that I converted it after a couple of awful flights from V-tail to conventional T-tail, as other people have done online. I'd also started out with some drone motors, which were totally unsuitable, and rather large props. So I've switched to 2212s with 6x4 props, and it will actually prop hang with those, which is scary. It will prop hang with 2/3 throttle. You probably noticed these aren't 6-inch props, these are actually 4 3/4, because I chipped one prop on the ground, one edge, so I cut them all back to 4 3/4 and balanced them, and they work fine. And believe it or not, it will almost prop hang with these, so I do intend to actually try them with these little tiny props, because I think perhaps part of the problem I had was there was just way too much thrust from the motors. We will see. Other changes made. Improved the undercarriage, which was very feeble before. It's now securely fixed and it will take off from the ground in about 2 feet. Virtually, it will go vertical almost from the ground, so no problem with that. And no broken props in my landings this time, or one of them actually wasn't much of a landing, it was more of a crash landing, but that didn't even break the props. But the other major change, which I haven't tried yet, moved the receiver from in there, because that's where I had to modify the servos. Receiver in the top there now, which is the little space that they built into this for video transmitter. And also now, as other people have suggested and used with the Swordfish, I've got a gyro stabilizer thing in there, which I've had kicking around for about 10 years and never actually installed it into an aircraft. So it might be interesting to see how that goes. Oh, one more thing to add. Were it not for a little £3 model finder, I probably would have lost the plane after that tree incident, but I'll tell you more about that later. Anyway, that's enough. Let's take a look at these clips. People are going to say centre of gravity is wrong in that second part. Well, it was spot on, and I've no idea really why it was behaving so badly, but it was certainly more than enough for me. So I quit, as you'll see. But that's enough. Let's take a look. What do you think? Right, we're up here again, folks. Not a soul. Bit more breeze than I would have liked, because the saga of the Atom RC Swordfish continues. Now, this has been a complete pain in the what's-it ever since I bought it. V-tail, I've just had so many crashes and disasters with it. Changed it to a conventional tail, but I think the drone motors I put on weren't man enough, so I've actually switched them to higher kV motors, which meant smaller props. I've made the undercarriage stronger because I've broken so many props. So I'm hoping I might actually get a successful flight and a bit of a chance for a second flight if I need to do some trimming, because pretty much before, every time I've ever flown it, I've broken props. But having said that, I had 3 bladers on. So wish me luck this time. It can only get better. Should be more than enough power from these props, because it will almost prop hang at 2/3 throttle. So it's going to get off the ground. The question is, am I man enough or a good enough pilot to fly it? Let's see if this is going to take off without breaking props. It's rolling. I have got differential thrust on it, but the problem with this strip is, as you can see there, you nose into something and before you know it, hits the ground. But the differential thrust works. And she's up. I need more elevator. Get up. I want some height. Straight into the trees. I couldn't get enough bloody height. Out of breath because I've been running. Light was on my side there. I think part of the problem, well, I had absolutely nowhere near, that was max up elevator, and I couldn't avoid going into the trees. Now, there's a couple of people online that are really going to take the mickey of me in those trees, because I always seem to end up in them. I legged it up there, then I thought, well, you've got a beeper in this, you know, little cheap model beepers, £2 or £3. Got a beeper in it, so I went back up, and as I walked back up thinking I'll look beyond the line of trees, dog walker was walking this way. She said, "Have you lost something? There's something beeping there in the bushes." Had it not been for that, I doubt I would have found it, because see where the gap in the bushes are, where the trees are? Up through the track and beyond them, it had come down just behind. It was obviously further back than I even thought. It was probably the tree right in the far distance, hit that and went down, and it's still in one piece. So I'm going to give it some trim. Before it was so pitchy that I felt necessary to just really restrict the elevator throws. And obviously it just didn't have enough. I had to stick right down and it just wouldn't climb. So we give it another go. I suppose the good thing is the props haven't broken and the undercarriage stayed on. Wish me luck. I'm just going to do some retrimming. I really hate this model. Right, well, increase the aileron throws too, so I'll have more roll authority and considerably more on the elevator, plus a little tiny bit of up trim. I'll take off more this direction and try and keep it within the confines of the bit that's got shorter scrub. But I suppose that the least we can say is the undercarriage stayed on, and model finder beepers are well worth the £2 or £3 they cost. See if I can find a flat bit to take off on. Let's just check this again. Let's go half throttle. Now we turn harder this time. Get some height. Oh, it's bloody quick though. It's quick for me, this. I like slow, easy flying models. I'm going to go into the sun in a minute. Let's come round this side, away from the trees. Half throttle. Half throttle. It's manageable. Apparently these tip stall very easily. Oh, it's climbing like crazy when I open the throttle. Let me come back over here. I don't like it. I don't know why it's climbing so much. But I've got problems here. I've got problems. In fact, my hands are shaking. I'm just going to bring it down. Whoa, was that a landing or was that a crash? Wow, I had real problems there. As I opened the throttle, it was just going vertical. The motors are on their normal mounts. I'd only given it a tiny little bit of up trim. The only thing I can think is, of course, I did change it to a T-tail instead of a V-tail. I may have the angle of incidence wrong. I've probably got it so that it's positive and making it climb really hard. Oh man, I really thought I was going to lose it when it was over there and got low and low over there. Oh man, I just hate this. One of the other reviewers on YouTube said, I hope you can tame the Swordfish, but I'm not taming it very well so far. I don't know whether, once my nerves settle down, I might try another flight. But, well, something is wrong with this thing. Some people love it, but some people hate it. And one of the comments I had on one of my posts said, it tip stalls very readily. So I was concerned about that when I was flying it. When I shut the throttle, I thought, oh, don't get too slow. But oh boy, what a day it's been. Right, let's have a think about flying it again. But I suppose, like I say, undercarriage actually did something. Even though it bent it, it's still on. Look at that. It splayed it as it ploughed in. But that's easily bent back. And the props didn't break. And there's masses of power there. So anyway, that was the end of that afternoon's test flights with the amazing Atom RC Swordfish. Still in one piece, which is better than happened on one of them, where it actually went nose down first high speed into the ground and even took off the nose and one of the motors. Still in one piece. Undercarriage kind of did its job, but what happened actually while I was thinking about whether to have a third flight, I accidentally caught the throttle because the transmitter was hanging around my neck. Big lesson there. I have now programmed in an arming switch for it. I got so used to iNav where you arm once you've got your satellites that I hadn't bothered to put an arming switch on this, which doesn't have a flight controller. Anyway, so what happened was, caught the throttle, it shot across the ground, did a quick circuit and chipped one prop. And as I think I said at the beginning, waste not, want not, I've actually cut them both down and balanced them, and it will actually pretty much prop hang with these cut down to from 6 inches to 4 3/4, which just goes to show just how much overpowered this is. So I think I said at the start, I'm going to actually try it with these and reduce the elevator throw now. And as also I said at the start, if you saw that, it's actually got a Hobby Eagle gyro in it now, which should help keep it in a better state of flight. But that's all for now. I'm wondering if it's time I should give up with this. No doubt people are going to slag off my flying skills, but other people have said it is quite a handful, so maybe it's just not my kind of plane. But if you've enjoyed my video or even learned anything from it, please give it a like, and why not subscribe if you'd like to see me actually succeed in flying this one day and having a flight that I actually enjoy. But that's all for now. I'll leave you with a video of one of my little glider creations, which had an absolutely beautiful maiden, and my own creation, a foam board fusee and little wing plate twin that I created that also flew absolutely beautiful straight from my hand. So I am able to fly, but like I say, maybe this is just a bit too hot for me to handle. So anyway, here are the videos, and thanks for watching. Catch you later. Bye for now.